Hey, I'm Ryan, and this is Get Your Mind Right. No. N-O. It's that simple. This is very hard for women to say to men, even when in their sincerest heart, they really do mean N-O. Now, in one of my videos, I talk about why you should not stroke a man's ego. And saying no very much goes along with that video, because telling a man no is so beneficial to society. It's so beneficial. It's no different than raising a child and always telling your child yes. And then when they finally get of age, they never heard the term no. So when people, employers, people on the street, strangers are telling them no, they're having a hissy fit. They don't know how to act. They're throwing themselves in the garbage. They don't know what to do. So no different than how a parent is taught by other parents, family members, of saying, girl, you better tell that baby no. You better start telling your child no. That's no different than you as a woman telling a man no. There's actually books, right? Books that talk about negotiation. And they talk about how you should not be afraid to hear the word no. You should not be afraid to hear that word. They talk about how when someone says yes too quickly, they're going to turn around and tell you no later on. So you do better off getting a no from someone the first time around and then going back and reorganize what you want to represent it to the person again, to where the representation is showing how that person is benefiting off of what you want from them. And how when they said no earlier, now they can say yes because they already thought about it. You've already thought what they need and you presented it now back to them. Compared to getting a yes earlier and then later on they just call you up and say, hey, I can't do what you asked me earlier. I can't do it by. And now you're stuck. Like, whoa. You're not telling me why you changed your mind. Wait. How can I fix this? It's too late. I said yes out of fear. And now when I'm more comfortable, I can now tell you no. So that goes very much hand in hand of what I'm talking about and how we as women have to become very comfortable with telling a man no. I've told this story before, but it's always good to tell it again. I was seeing a guy, and I'll never forget, I got in a car with him. And he told me, do I want to go to some place? And I said, oh, yeah, I would love to go. And he said, I knew you were going to say yes. I knew it. I knew you was going to say yes, Ryan. I don't know why, but that pissed me off. It made me so angry that he was telling me that. And as he was driving, saying it to me in my mind, I was like, this is why some people assume that I'm hella nice. But I'm not. I want to do what he asked me. I want to go where he's saying, where he asked me, do I want to go? But me saying yes to this has made him think that I'm a yes girl. That I'm always willing to do whatever it is he offers me. And then I start thinking of people saying to me, Ryan, you're really nice. And this is all while he's driving. And I'm thinking of this in my head because I'm pissed off. And I'm thinking like, okay, why do everybody call me nice? Because I say yes to doing the stuff that they ask me, but I really sincerely want to go. I want to participate. And that's where it hit me of some of the people who say no and how later on the person come back around, want them to do it. And this time they're like almost paying them to say yes. Whereas when they said yes, just off top, you wasn't even respected for saying yes. You wasn't even like, oh my God, thank you so much for saying yes. Thank you so much for being there to do this with me. This is going to be great. It's just like, oh, okay, cool. And as these thoughts was going through my mind, I was like, you know what? I don't even want to do it. I don't want to do it. And he was like, well, I was like, I just don't want to do it and I don't want to go there. I don't. So either you could turn back around, we could go somewhere else, or you could take me back home because I'm not going there. And he was like, damn, I mean, you just said, and I said, what did I just say now? So we didn't go there. He didn't take me back home. We went to another spot. But that whole day, you could tell he was shocked And I was pissed. I was pissed till I got the hell home. Because I didn't even want to go to his house. That's how mad I was. He's like, you don't want to? I said, no, I want to go home. He said, are you mad at me? I said, no. I thought I came outside to go with you here. We're here. And now I want to go home afterwards. And we kept seeing each other after that. But he didn't expect me to say yes no more. When he would ask me for something and ask me, do I want to do? He would present that shit so well that I would be like, okay, I gotta say yes the first round. So I would say to him, I'll think about it and I'll let you know later on. And I wouldn't let him know that quick later on. So then when he called me and asked me again, he'll present the idea even more better so I could eventually say, okay, yeah. But see, that's when I really learned that, oh my God, I really have to just say no just off a general principle. No. 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 No, 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 no. 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 Could we go? No. We just left out. We in the house now. We ain't going back out. No. I mean, it may sound crazy, but I promise you, men are actually hoping that you say no to them. They're actually really sitting there saying, I hope you know, they're not wanting you. The men that want you to say yes every freaking time, those are the men with low self-esteem. So they need to keep you down here so they can feel like something. Men who are not insecure like that, you could go up, down. They don't want your ass down here, but you go up right here, blah, 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 blah. It don't matter to them because they're secure in who they are. They just don't want you down here. That's it. They want you up, 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 up. Those type of men can handle your no. The men who can't handle it, trust me, you're going to see their colors when you tell them no. You're going to see them act a goddamn fool. And when you see them act like that, you got to keep it pushing because you can't be with a person like that that's acting like that. That's not going to be good for your health. So if it's something in you that's tempting you to say yes, 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 all the time, think of it as a parent with a child. And how sometimes your parent, if it haven't happened to you, ask somebody that you know and ask them, was your parents pretty strict or like, you know, did your parents tell you no sometimes? They'll be like, yep. Being told no helps you create self-discipline. It stops you from having that fiend, that addiction for instant gratification. So being told no is nothing wrong with that. As a woman, we need to be we actually need to be trained in being told no and not take it so personal, not take it so much as the world ending. So learn how to tell a man no, even when you really, 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 really want to. You can always come back and say yeah. But learn the art of no, because I'm telling you now, just think of your friend, that one friend that always say yeah. Just think of how much you wait to the very last minute to ask her because you already know she gonna say yeah. You got some tickets for something, but you got that other best friend you really want to go with because they know how to have a good time. But you know the girl who always say yeah, she has a good time, but she's always there. She's always available. So there's no big rush to ask her. She's not even the first person you ask no more. She's really the last person you ask because of what? She gonna say yeah. So is this starting to make sense to you of like, oh, this is why I need to learn to say no? Start it off in your romantic relationships. Then you could take it over to your friendships if you are the person that always say yeah, right? But first, do it towards your romantic relationship because your friends are going to always be there for you through thick and thin. This person may not. So I'm going to recommend that you start it off with your romantic relationships of learning to say no. And that's who needs to hear it the most is the man. The man need to hear no. They need to get comfortable with you as a woman saying no. Because if they're not comfortable with that, when you finally do, all hell breaks loose. So learn the art of saying no. Practice it. Look in the mirror and just say no. No, 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 no. 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 Mm-mm. You can go, mm-mm. You want to go for a date? Mm-mm. I'm done with the rest of the week. Can I do something kinky with you? No. Would you ask that to your mother? No. No, 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 no. The more you learn to say no, your life gets better and better and better and better. I'm so sorry about my dogs barking too. I'm really sorry about that. But learn the art of saying no. Society needs you to tell him no so he could become resilient, so he could learn how to present stuff that will be beneficial not only to himself, but to the people that's around him that he's asking it from. No, 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 no. And do not explain your no. Okay, that's another problem women do. You don't explain no. It's just no. No is the final answer. No. 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 If you're too damn afraid to say no, just say maybe. Because maybe is a no. But really you need to get comfortable with saying no. And leaving it at that. Not no because I have X, Y, and Z that day. No. If you don't want to do it at all, then no. If you do want to do it and you want to do it for another day, then I guess you could do that. But if you do not want to do it at all, you don't have to explain why you don't want to do it. Let that motherfucker figure that out. Let them figure out what do they need to present back to you to make you want to do X, Y, and Z for them. But you don't have to do all that. Just know. You'd be surprised how many people would accept yo no. You'd be so surprised. But you won't know that until you say it. So what is the lesson we're learning? Men need to be told no. It helps them become resilient. It helps them figure out what they want, what they desire, and how that want and desire can be beneficial to everyone around them. And the second thing you learned is that when you say no and you really mean it, there's no explanation needed. When you say no and you do want to do it for another date, then you can make that clear. But in the meantime, if you just want to say no and leave it at that, you have every right to just say no. Remember the drug commercial stuff? Just say no. They didn't say just say no and give them a brief explanation how drugs are bad. They just said just say no, because no is the explanation.